Yes, I have smoked crack cocaine. I have no reason to resign. When I look back on some of the things I have said and some of the things I did, I am ashamed, embarrassed, and humiliated.
The thing that he'll be remembered for, unfortunately, in his case, is the scandal.
Thank you, Ford Nation! Thank you!
He's just a guy who completely dominated the news agenda throughout his time as mayor. Right from the beginning, he established himself as a very unique and often bizarre figure who people just couldn't stop watching. In 2000, he became a city councillor. He was a lone wolf. He was always jumping up on his feet and complaining about wasteful spending or political correctness. He once said,
"Roads are built for buses, cars, and trucks, not for people on bikes." And, I feel my heart bleeds for him when I hear someone gets killed, but it's their own fault at the end of the day.
He didn't have that much influence. He was just this sort of cranky voice on the periphery, challenging the status quo. Nobody thought he'd ever become mayor.
It's time to stop the gravy train.
People started taking Rob Ford seriously in the first couple of months after he joined the race for mayor in 2010. He started off in a couple of debates and surprisingly did very well.
I'm the only person tough enough to go down to City Hall and put an end to the wasteful spending and put an end to the gravy train as well.
He was good on stage, very forceful and direct, and left the others in his dust. And the polls started showing him gaining rapidly. Election night was quite a night. He was jubilant, thanked his father, had a Hawaiian lei around his neck. He was red-faced and full of beans. Everybody was quite astonished. Rob Ford was mayor. I think people were looking at each other and saying, "Really?" He, right off the bat, canceled this unpopular car registration tax. He privatized garbage in part of the city. He did bring some fiscal discipline to the city. There was a lot of holding the line on spending, kept taxes pretty low. Of course, his critics would say, services were cut, and he promised services wouldn't be cut, and they were. Ford's biggest asset as a politician was simplicity.
You bore till the cows come home.
It was not only simple, it was simplistic. Of course, you can't really boil down those complex issues to slogans, but it did give people a sense of what he was all about, and I think that won him a lot of popularity.
Okay, how you doing, buddy?
Good. Make sure you're running again.
I'm running 100%.
The diagnosis is a malignant liposarcoma.
Watch your back, guys. Watch your back.
Today?
Well, if you sign a no commissioner, she can signature of.
In a few hours, I'll begin my chemotherapy. You, the people of Toronto, have been with me since day one. Now I ask you to throw your support behind my brother Doug.
The next mayor of Toronto,
We never,
give up.
ever,
Give up.
ever give up.
Will there ever be another politician like Rob Ford? I can't conceive of it.
When they say Ford Nation, it's not like some little team. These are people who honestly believe in Rob and will back him.
You've always had my back, and I will always have yours.
He was unique in every way. And I think that's why he was so watched and so watchable, even before the crack scandal. He was a regular guy, the way he talked.
That was a good one, I'll give you that.
And the way he acted, the way he loved sports and loved food and so on. He wasn't an airbrushed, watch every word that you say modern politician. He spoke from the heart. And that sort of resonated among people. That's what made him so fascinating, I think, is he was original. Rob Ford will be remembered as the most watched, most infamous mayor Toronto has really ever had, in its modern history anyway. He was a guy who was internationally famous for all the wrong reasons. He was an international laughingstock. He put us on the map in a not very good way, but I think he'll be remembered just as this very strange figure. It almost seems like a bad dream now, the Rob Ford era. It went by with such a flurry of action that you look back and think, did that really happen?